Hello and namaskar. I am Dr. Sharmila Parajuli and welcome back to my channel Straight from my heart. I hope all of you are in the best of spirits and having a wonderful time. The topic which I have selected for today is the perks and pitfalls of comparing ourselves to others. I do agree that this is a very twisted topic because, on one hand, from a very early age, we have been taught that we have to be ahead of everyone in order to survive. This is to some extent true because if we don't compare ourselves with others in exams, results, and grades, then how are we going to go ahead in life? Because we will be so chilled out and we get satisfied with whatever we have. And on the other hand, we are often being told that it is foolish and meaningless to compare ourselves with others because no two sets of environments or circumstances are exactly alike. Now, let us move further and try to elaborate and analyze the facts. So, basically, comparing ourselves with other people is a common occurrence. The main areas of comparison, as we all know, are physical appearances, academic achievements, wealth, and talent. And whether you accept it or deny it, everyone is surely in the rat race in a quest to survive. So, since I'm myself a mother of two kids, a sixth grader son and an eighth grader daughter, I start with our education system, which has been made like this that we rank the kids in order of grades. Unfortunately, comparisons are deeply entrenched in our society, and our children are constantly surrounded by adults, teachers in school, parents and grandparents at home, who will invariably compare the kids to their peer groups or siblings, and instead of focusing on the child's individual growth and progress, they are constantly nagged with words like, "Why can't you write faster? Look at your sister's handwriting. She has such a good handwriting, and look at yours. If you write like this, you'll get a big zero in exams. Look at Yash, he gets 90% and above in all the subjects." And this is how we fall in the comparison trap. So, all of us are different in our own ways. We have different skills and interests, and that applies to our children as well. So, not being able to please the parents make the kids anxious. It can lower their self-esteem when they start to believe that nothing they do is good enough, and as a result, they may even stop trying at all. They go inside their own shell and maintain a distance with their parents and socially also. So, what can we as parents do about it? Here, I want to share my childhood story. We are a total of 5 siblings, and though I worked hard, I used to come second, third, or fourth in my exams, while my other siblings used to come first every single time, despite not giving much time and efforts. So I used to feel so sad. I remember my father coming up to me and tell me my areas of improvement, and he taught us to take pride in our efforts and not just achievements. And that is what I've been doing to my kids as well. So we must encourage the kids to be self-motivated and not rely on external validation. So by doing this, we hopefully can raise our children to avoid the comparison trap. So now coming to adulthood. In the age of social media, we are bombarded with displays of achievements and celebrations going on, and comparing ourselves to other people is faster and easier. Like if we scroll LinkedIn, we tend to compare our career with others. If we scroll Facebook, we tend to compare our social life. And if we scroll Instagram, we tend to compare our adventures and new purchases, and the list goes on and on and on. You see, success is a very subjective word. Every single person has a different measurement of success. It could mean wealth, materialistic additions, status, and power for one person versus independence, time, and relationships for another person. And one thing is for certain, it shouldn't be measured on what other people think. General comparisons with our peer groups is good as we have the same level of intelligence and drive in life, and we get information about what we want and where we want to be, and it will boost our confidence to some level. Then we have the term upward social comparisons, where we compare ourselves to others who we think are better than we are. Here we should look for people who inspires us. This is called motivation. Many a times we tend to compare and compete with people who we don't like in real life, and this is human nature. It is just our desire to reach ahead of them. This generates so much negative energy that in the long term we just turn negative in life. Then we have another term, introspection, which is self evaluation and analysis of our own personality and considering our own motivations. If you have become one day better, 1 week better, or 1 month better than you used to be, then it is okay. The only person you should try to be better is who you were yesterday. The honest truth about life comparisons is that someone will always be better, and at the same time someone will always be less than you in power, talents, grades, success, wealth, looks, and the list continues. We are all born with the same level of dignity, value, and human worth, and we all develop at a different rate socially, physically, and mentally. Our journey will never be the same as someone else's. The only thing we should be concerned with is being a better person than we were yesterday. So, to conclude, I want you guys just remember these 5 points. The first one is, please communicate with your kids. Hear them out, create a safer zone for them to come to you with their problems. Make them realize that efforts are equally important as achievements. The second point is, healthy comparisons with our peer groups is good, as they have the same level of intelligence, motive, and drive in life. It will boost our confidence to some level. The third point is, social comparison is needed to some extent for motivation. But don't compare and compete with people you don't like in real life, as you'll turn negative very soon. Introspect. The fourth point is, introspect yourself on a daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis. Try to improve accordingly. And last but not the least, the fifth point is, it is important while we compare ourselves to others, how to use those comparisons in a beneficial way and how to beat wrong comparisons. So thank you all for giving your time and watching this video. If you do agree with my thoughts, please consider subscribing, and if you totally disagree or have a different opinion, then please write your views in the comment section below. So until I meet you guys again, stay happy, stay motivated, and never stop learning, because life never stops teaching.